Hey YouTube, this is another deck profile with Operation Bad from Bronson. Today we are going over Remove from Play Psychics. Remove from Play Psychics are actually kind of a new archetype. They deal with quick special summoning, a lot of that stuff. So I guess let's get started. Start out with, we got 3 Hush Psychic Cleric. This right here is actually the main card of the deck. No matter what kind of Remove from Play Psychics you run, you need basically all the new Psychic cards. But in order to do the loop to make a whole bunch of synchros, you need this card. Her effect, you can discard 1 card, then remove from play 1 Psychic from your graveyard. When this card is sent to the graveyard, that monster that you remove from play is special summon. So basically, she's what gets your loop to begin. And I'll go more in detail about this later. Next, we got 3 Side Blockers. Side Blocker is a good card. You don't really need them for Psychic decks, but they're good anti-meta stuff because you can call stuff like Effect Veiler, Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment. They can't activate it till the end of their next turn. So, use Mind Master, tribute off Psychic, get one of them, call something, tribute that off, get another one, call something. You can call 3 things, could lead to the OTK, stuff like that. Next, 3 Serene Psychic Witch. She's basically the giant rat of the deck. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you remove from play 1 Psychic with 2,000 or less attack from your deck during the next standby phase, special summon. Easy way to get out Mind Master, but just use it, summon out Psychic quickly for next turn to pull off the loop. Alright, next, Esper Girl, 2-star Earth Tuner. When this remove from play Psychic monster comes to the field, remove from play a top card of your deck. When this card is sent to the graveyard, add the remove from play card to your hand. Very good for the loop. Everyone runs it. Use that, Hush Psychic Cleric, make Naturia Beast, get the card from your remove from play back to your hand, so it adds draw power plus its synchros. And once again, I'll go into the loop about this later, but 3 Esper Girls because they're really good, and I make a whole bunch of level 5s in my deck. Next, 3 Mental Seekers. It kind of has an effect like Esper Girl when it comes back when it's removed from play. You reveal the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck and you remove 1 of them from play. So, I usually call it the anti-pop duality because it does the exact opposite. But 3-star Earth Tuner, use that in Hush Psychic Cleric, make Nature Barkion or Brio, something like that. Just good card to sync with, or use it with Overdrive. But use it, sync right away, and get it off the field. Next, I run 2 Dr. Craniums, and I know that Dr. Cranium isn't ran in the new Remove from Play Psychics, but the way I built mine, gets out Hellbird Cannon, which is a synchro, which I'll tell you about later. But you need a formula or a synchro tuner, so I use that plus Mind Master to make it. Draw some cards. If I don't have it, when he's destroyed, pay 800 life points, add 1 Psychic to your hand. It's basically a Sanguine of Psychics. So use that to add either Overdrive, which a lot of times I do, or Mind Master to start the loop. Next, got 1 Silent Psychic Wizard. 1900 beat stick, 0 attack, decent effect. When this card's normal summon, you get to remove from play 1 Psychic. When he's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon the Psychic that he removes. He's 1900 beat stick, and it has decent effect for Psychics, so at least run 1, I would think. Next, Overdrive Teleporter. A lot of Psychic decks run Overdrive Teleporter because his effect is really good and helps perform a different type of OTK. But it just helps faster summoning, leading to the OTK quicker for this deck. Pay 2,000 life points, special summon with 2 level 3s. Pretty easy. And you can only do it 1 time while he's face up on the field, but really good card to have in the deck. Next, I run a Glow Bulb. I have one, but right now it's in my skill drain deck, and I personally am using that more than this because this deck isn't fully complete, but it should be on very shortly. But Glow Bulb is a really good Earth Synchro, help make Beast Barkion again. Main part of the Psychic deck, along with Hush Psychic Cleric, Mind Master. Every Psychic deck needs to run Mind Master. I don't care what type of Psychics you're running, Mind Master is needed. Without Mind Master, your deck is useless. Because Mind Master is a sole component to any Psychic deck. Pay 800, tribute a face-up Psychic, special summon one Psychic. That's how you get the loop done. Without it, your deck is nothing. Pretty easy. That's it for the monsters. Next are spells, which is 3 Brain Research Labs. Not a bad field spell. You get an additional normal summon if you summon a Psychic by putting 1 counter on this. And you can activate Psychic's effects by putting counters on this without having to pay. And if this card's destroyed with counters on it, you take 1,000 points of damage for each counter. So every once in a while I'll load it up, depending on what kind of situation I'm in, or just get another normal summon. A lot of times, though, I use it with Overdrive Teleporter, because you're saving yourself 1,000 life points to get its effect off. Or you can get the normal summon, perform the loop again. But that's what I use it for. 3 Upstart Goblins. Just more draw power to get the loop going for the first turn. If not, then they're usually used for discarding fodder. So, either way, deck thinning, discarding, either way, helps out. 2 Pot of Avarice. You go through Psychics and Synchros like crazy. If you don't run Pot of Avarice, then you're just going to be having a grave full of Psychics with no way of getting them out. So, 2 Pot of Avarice, put them back in your deck, get 2 cards, why not? Monster Reborn, staple of course. 1 for 1. Very good card to start out first turn. Discard a monster, special summon 1 level 1. Use it either summon Glow Bulb, Cranium, or Mind Master. Usually Mind Master. Get it out first turn. Another staple, Dark Hole. Pretty obvious what it does. Emergency Teleport. By far one of the best quick play spells. People usually only use it to special summon Kraybons. I really don't know why. Because the effect is that you can special summon 1 level 3 or lower Psychic monster during the end phase it gets removed. I mean, personally, I would go for a 3-star tuner rather than anything if I was running a different type of deck. But since it's Psychics, you get out Mind Master, start the loop up. Really good card because you sync during the end phase as it is. So, Mind Master won't get removed. Giant Trunade, staple. Foolish Burial, staple. Bury your Glow Bulb or Esper Girl to start the loop up. But that's it for spells. And then on to the traps. 3 Royal Decrees. Royal Decree negates all traps. The Psychic deck I build, basically, you're going to have Naturia Beast out, Hellbird Cannon, and Royal Decree. And basically, Decree negates traps, Beast negates spells, and Hellbird negates a summon per turn. So it's a really good lockdown for my deck. And Royal Decree just stuns a lot of other people's decks, so that's why I run them. I run 2 Solemn Warnings. I know they're not there right now, but you know, they're on my skill drain, so I didn't really think I'd have to keep on switching it in and out. But if I do, that's where they're going. Mirror Force, staple, and Torrential, staple. And that's it for the Psychic deck. But then on to the most important part is the extra deck. Now, this is where lots of people kind of get confused, because this is the hard part of making the side deck for. But here it goes. I run 1 formula, the draw card and get out Hellbird Cannon. Armory Arm, a nice 3-in-1 if you don't have the loop. Hush Psychic plus Mind Master, so easy. You can get it out easily. I run Scrap Dragon. You know, really good card. If you use 2 Hush Psychic Clerics plus a Esper Girl, and one has their effect used. Basically, sink an 8, get one of the psychics out, use the Scrap Dragon's effect, pop the Esper Girl that you probably got, destroy their card, and you get to add one to your hand because of Esper's effect. Really good plus card. Brionic, staple synchro, pretty obvious. Android, good level 5, and it's psychic. You kind of need psychics for this deck. So, yeah. Black Rose, staple. Naturia Beast. Once again, another good staple for this deck because all of them are Earth attribute. Barkion, because they're all Earth attribute. But Barkion negates traps by removing 2. Beast negates spells by removing 2. So if you get them both out, it's a good lockdown. Catastore, 5-star, good staple synchro. Hyper Psychic Blaster, by far one of the easiest synchros to pull out. One Psychic Tuner, one or more non-Psychic Tuner monsters. So you get out a 3, like Mental Seeker, and 6, like Overdrive. Instant 9, Hyper Psychic Blaster. Overall, good card. He pierces, and whatever he pierces to your opponent, you gain life points in difference. So if you pierce 14, you gain 14. Overmind, once again, it's another 9. It's kind of good. It takes the requirements of a Mistborn. 1 tuner, 2 or more non-tuner psychic monsters. Once per turn, you can remove play 1 psychic from a graveyard. And when he's sent from the field or graveyard, you can special summon as many psychics from his effect as you remove from play. So if you remove from play 5 of them, you get to special summon all 5 of them. So you remove from play your good psychics from that point. That way you can start swarming if they get rid of him. And beyond that, he's 3,300 attack, 3,000 defense. Pretty hard card to get over. So it's pretty good for a 9-star. And then finally, the last synchro that I have right now is Hellbird Cannon, which takes 2 tuners, well, 1 tuner and then 2 or more non-tuner synchro monsters. His effect is you get the negate a summon, and when he's sent to the graveyard, you get the special summon 1 Tech Genius monster. But right now, that's what I have. Right now, it's a 13-card side deck. I need 2 more cards, but I haven't got them. Basically, these 2 cards, they're going to be Tech Genius Hyper Librarian. Like I said, I have them all in the mail coming. But by far the best synchro to run this deck. If you do not run it, then you might be in some trouble because the way I run this deck, you need draw power, and you get tons of it off this. So basically, Hyper Librarian, each time a monster is synchro summoned, you get the draw card. Very good +1, 5-star, 2,400 attack, I think 1,800 defense. Very good draw power.